Hey there everyone, this is Don aka Tattoo Chef, and today we will be taking a look at the Gruppo Gamma G5. A little background here first. Gruppo Gamma is relatively a new company. I don't believe they've been around even 2 years. I could be wrong on that, but I believe them to be relatively a new company. All their models basically are the vintage military styled Panerai style cushion case watch, much the same like Maigret does or Benares on their Moray models. All of them, they come in stainless steel. They also have some brass versions, and basically the only differences between them really are the dial differences. This one in particular has your small second at the 9 and your date at the 3, and is a sandwich dial. This one is an automatic. They do make a couple mechanical versions. They have no date versions. They have California dial versions as well. So let's get on to this one. All polished case. So you will see a lot of reflection here, and you will see me and my phone in some of this video, of course. Okay. Sorry for any. I tried wiping it off as much as possible. Okay. Take a little better look at the dial there. As I'm showing you the dial, you can see not only the sandwich markers, which are very heavily applied with lume, I might add, but you can also see this as a domed crystal. Now, it's a domed mineral crystal. There's a good shot of it there. And it has a greenish tint to it. Okay. Now, price point on these watches are just about $220. I think a couple other models are $200, especially for the stainless steel. So you're looking at under $250. The movement that these use is a Seagull automatic movement. Now I know this is not, these are not everybody's preferred choice of a movement, but they do give a nice exhibition case back, and the movement is nicely decorated. And after having this about over a week of straight wearing it, the movement's been doing pretty good. I think it's about a minute, maybe just a minute and a half off. Fast, I should say. It's about a minute and a half fast. So that's a variance, I think, of between 10 to 15 seconds a day over a week and a half period. So that's that's not the greatest, but for a Seagull, I don't consider that bad. And what most people need to understand is even with like an SW200 movement, which is a Swiss movement, really they tell you anything under 20 seconds, 20 seconds or under a day is within specs. Obviously, there are many examples of an SW200 where the movement runs much better than that, usually about 5 seconds plus or minus a day. But for this movement, I consider 10 to 12 seconds a day pretty good, actually. So, talk about the watch here a little bit. 44 millimeter cushion style case. It is a screw down crown. Now, one of the things I want to mention is with the crown is it's not wobbly or anything, but it is a little scratchy when you're setting the time. And also, if I could pick it up here on the microphone, the rotor is pretty loud. Now, I'm not sure if that's just due to having an exhibition case back or not, and it just makes you hear it more, but if I can give it a good spin here, I'm sure you can hear that coming through on the microphone there. It is kind of loud. So when you're wearing it and it's on the wrist and kind of give your wrist a good shake, you do hear the rotor. Now the strap that comes on this is not the actual basic strap that you can get if you go ordering from the site. Gruppo Gamma works with a custom strap maker, which is, if I can get this to zoom in, 74 watch straps. Okay, they work with them and they offer 3 different straps, custom straps that you could choose from. This one is called the Stagnato. It's a handmade leather, it's a distressed brown. It's very, very comfortable. Super thick. It's about 4.5 millimeters thick. It's super. I mean, it's just. It almost feels like Horween leather. That's how nice this strap is. Now this actual strap will cost $120 added to the purchase of the watch. They also have 2 other straps. One is $50 and one is $100. I don't have first-hand knowledge of how those straps are, but those are the other 2 custom strap options. Now, the regular watch, which I do not have an example of, but the regular watch, if purchased from the website normally, will come with a choice of brown or black leather. I mean, it seems like a decent quality that you would get for, $200, $220 price point. I mean, I don't believe it's handmade at all. It looks handmade though, the way they make it, and it looks like a decent quality strap. But between $50 and $100 or so, if you wanted to add a nice custom strap on it, they work with a strap maker, so you have that availability to get the watch on a custom strap shipped to your door. With that said, I want to point out that they utilize the one-piece screw bar system here. Let me see if I can get this to zoom in on it a little bit. There we go. It's a one-piece screw head. So what that means is, instead of using, double-sided screws, one here and one here, they use one-piece screw. I mean, anybody could do it. Take out a screwdriver, a little jeweler's screwdriver, and it just unscrews right out. Pop your new strap in, put them back in, screw them down. Super simple, and I love that they are using this, because not many brands do. Off the top of my head, I know Benares uses it on a couple other models, and I know Agir Watches uses it on their CD2 Diver, but not that many models use that, and it's great because you completely reduce the amount of scratches that you can attain, because, as you know, anybody that has ever used or had a watch that had double-sided screws, you got to put one screwdriver on one side, one on the other, and unscrew, and there are the chances for scratch on the lugs of your watches. So this makes strap changing a breeze. I've switched the strap out a few times, and I don't have any scratches on the lugs, which, especially with a high polish finish, really shows up pretty easily. Also, let's take a look at the box that this comes in. It comes in a zippered pouch. It's kind of like a plastic rubber, but it gives it, like, in other words, if the watch was in here, if you dropped it, it'd probably be pretty protected. On the inside, this is where your watch will come. Houses in here. You have a little warranty card up on this side, and it has a netting in here. Now, one of the things I thought of, and anytime I review a watch, I always look at the packaging and see what companies are doing, whether it be a micro brand, a low-end brand, a high-end brand, whatever. And I'm really liking the, custom travel pouch type packaging, because it's actually useful. So, like, for this, the way it comes, you could have your watch in here, and you could hold a couple of straps up in here. So, if you wanted to travel with it, throw it in there, throw a couple of straps that you'd want to change it out for in the week, and there you go. Or, one thing I thought about was taking a piece of foam, and you could put another watch up on this side, put it in here, and then put like a piece of foam over this side, so when you close it, it doesn't touch the other watch. And then, you would have a 2-watch travel case, So I always like, you know, these type of cases. I'm very fond of them, as opposed to, you know, wooden boxes or whatever that are just going to sit in the closet. So that is a look at the Gruppo Gamma G5 automatic. And to see the full review, all pictures, loom shots, wrist pictures, everything like that, and much more in-depth description, go to the link in the description to www.watchfreaks.com and check out the full review. Hopefully I will be doing, I'm going to try and do a video review along with the written and pictorial review when I do a watch review anymore. I'm going to try my best as time allows, but hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more watch videos soon. Thank you for checking out my video, and I hope you like the watch.